What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is main deck Monday. Today we're covering the Volcanion deck. Now, with Volcanion-EX, you can play this probably with a bunch of different attackers, like maybe Delphox. You can maybe play with Entei, Flareon-EX, and I don't know which one's the better. There's probably a ton of different other ways as well, but today we're going to play the Flareon-EX deck. I think it's a little bit better. I think you don't have to have that much setup. The Entei one's definitely interesting as well. I don't know which is better, Entei or Flareon. I'll probably end up playing the Entei one later on, especially once, Worlds rotates, goes away, and the new set comes, and it's just, the new season. Once that hits, I'll definitely play the Entei version, but I just want to get a video out just for right now, before Worlds. We'll play the Flareon Volcanion version. Like I said, I'm not sure which one's better. The Entei one, you need, I think, like 4 energies on it, and you need like 2 tools in Entei and stuff like that. But it's a non-EX attacker, doing a ton of damage. In this one, it's not a non-EX attacker, or it is an EX attacker, and it only needs 3 energies. So I think this was a little bit easier setup than Entei. It doesn't need the 2 tools. But let's go over the deck and let's see what's it about. Now, like I said, one of our main support Pokemon, the reason why this deck's so good right now is the Volcanion-EX. Volcanion-EX has the ability Steam Up. Once during attack, before you attack, you may discard a fire energy from your hand, and if you do, during this turn, your basic fire Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is great. Now, you can do this for each Volcanion in play. If you notice, we are playing 3 Volcanion, which is a plus 90 damage, which is really, that's a lot of damage. Just plus 90 is crazy. But you do have to discard 3 fire energy, so sometimes that is hard to do. The most you really ever need is 2, and I'll show you right in a second. But the attack is pretty decent as well. Volcanion-EX does 130. You can't attack during your next turn, but you can like combine this with other Volcanions. Like you can Steam Up and Power Brew all of Volcanion-EX to do 160, and then Fighting People you can do 170. So Volcanion-EX could be an attacker by itself, but he is going to be our support Pokemon just because he can't attack during the next turn. But you can also play like a different version of this deck, like Zoroark, so you can stand and retreat. Volcanion-EX that way. That could be interesting as well. There's a lot of different things that we can do with Volcanion-EX. So today we're just gonna try this Volcanion Flareon version. He's also a water type as well. He's fire and water. So he can hit for grass weakness, or not for grass weakness, for water weakness, which is other fire Pokemon if needed, which is pretty cool. If that does matter or not. But yep, that's one of our main attackers. But our main attacker really is going to be Flareon-EX. Flareon-EX has Blaze Ball. It does 50 and 20 more damage for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Same amount of energy as Volcanion, but it has this really cool ability, Flash Fire. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may move a fire energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So let's say turn 1, you don't have Flareon out. You just have some random Pokemon. You can attach a fire energy to whoever, and then use Flash Fire the next turn, and then Blacksmith onto Flareon to maybe get attack off, which is really neat. The attack is Blaze Ball. It does 50, and it does 20 more damage for each fire energy attached to this Pokemon. So with 3 of them, you're doing 110, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. With the Fighting Belt, you're doing 120. And with double Volcanion-EX's Steam Ups, you're doing 180 damage. And that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to try to power Flareon-EX with Volcanion-EX, and we're going to try to use Blaze Ball for the knockout. Now, you do have to constantly hit 2 fire energies per turn, but once the Flareon has 3 fire energies on, you're A-okay, you're good to go. And we're going to see if this works or not. But some other support Pokemon in the deck is 3 Shaymin and 1 Hoopa. Now, I might cut down to Shaymin. 3 seems like a lot. The Hoopa sometimes gets in the way as well. It takes up a bench spot, which is sometimes which is the second Shaymin. But when I was playing it at first without Hoopa, I was like, man, I really wish I had Hoopa, so I could Hoopa. Hoopa has Scoundering, of course, which lets you search for 3 EX Pokemon. And I was like, man, I really want some more EX Pokemon. I'm tired of this Ultra Ball for 1. But now with Hoopa down the bench, I'm like, man, I wish that Hoopa was a Shaymin. So it's definitely a weird thing to be in. I'm not sure which is better, Hoopa, no Hoopa. We do play 1 AZ, which could return the Hoopa back into your hand eventually. But it does take a while, so I'm not sure. Like I said, this is definitely a new list. I'm definitely trying some different things out. I don't know. We're just trying it out today. We're going to see what happens. Can we get a win or not? But let's go everything else. That's all the Pokemon on our deck. We could maybe play like Baby Volcanion if you want to. Like I said, you can maybe play Entei, the Combat Blaze, or the Full Art one. I can't remember what attack one does right now. I'll pull up real quick if you want to see what Entei does. So let's type in Entei. You can play this Entei with Heat Tackle 130. Flip a coin to tell us, in fact, this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. Or you can play this Entei, which does Combat Blaze, This deck does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is they have 5, that's 120. They would double Volcanion-EX, that's 180. So as you see, this fire deck can go like a ton of different ways. But like I said, today we're playing the Flareon-EX version. Also, a note to think about the Entei version is that you're giving up a non-EX attacker. Well, I think I already said this, a non-EX attacker, or this one is an EX attacker. So there's a lot of different things to consider while playing this deck. But let's go over everything else. So for Acro Bike, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them in your hand, discard the other cards. 3 Energy Retrieval to put 2 basic energy cards from discard pile back into your hand. So this way you constantly keep using Volcanion-EX. Once you have an Energy Retrieval, you basically have double Steam Up, which is really, really nice. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker. Now the card I kind of want to hear is Battle Compressor. It discards 3 cards from your deck, which could put Fire Energies in there, but we play enough Acro Bikes and Ultra Balls to get them in discard pile and Scorched Earth. So I'm not, like I said, we're still learning about this deck. It's still fairly new, and everything is new to me with this list. 1 AZ, like I said, return 1 Pokemon in your hand. 3 Blacksmith, attach 2 Fire Energy from your discard pile to one of your Fire Pokemon, and that's why we play like the Acro Bike, why we play the Scorched Earth. So you can draw through a bunch of cards, get a turn 1 attack, because if you can like put 2 Fire Energies in your discard pile, Blacksmith on the first turn, attach a Fire Energy, you can use Blaze Ball on your first turn, but also you might need double Volcanion-EX, so it's a very hard combo to pull up, but can we do it or not? Like I said, that's a big question. 2 Lysandre, bring Pokemon off the bench, 1 in, 1 Pokemon Ranger, and this is going to help us get around Pokemon that make it where EX can't hurt them, like Regice, which could be really bad. Jolteon could be really bad, but you can Pokemon Ranger, remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon, which could make you knock out a Jolteon and or a Regice, which is pretty cool. 2 Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7 new cards. 3 Scorched Earth, like I said, you discard a fire, draw 2 cards. 3 Fighting Frill to give your Pokemon, give a base Pokemon 40 more HP and do 10 more damage. So now our Flareon-EX has 2 10 HP, which makes it kind of tanky, which can survive for more turns. But like I said, the Entei that we looked at earlier can give plus 80 because you can attach 2 tools. So it's definitely aware. How much does Entei have? Entei has 130 plus 8, 9, 10, 11. So the same as like HP with Data Double, and Heat Tackle does 150. So you have to discard 1 energy, but it does need 4 energy. So you might have to play DCs in the Entei deck if you want to play that. 2 Float Stone to get Pokemon free retreat, and 12 Fire Energies. And there you go. There's my Volcanion Flareon-EX deck. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways you can play this. People are going to be like, Squeaky, you can play it this way, this way, this way. And I'm like, I know. There's a ton of different ways we can play it. But today, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what the deck is like. And we're going to have some fun today on Main Deck Monday. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Also, next week, I'm going to be covering a lot about Worlds. So get ready for that. If you're going to Worlds, if you're going to watch Worlds, you're going to see a bunch of decks. And so I'm trying to at least get one new deck out, Volcanion-EX. And tomorrow we'll have another new deck as well. And then next week, we'll be covering World stuff, covering Worlds decks, which I know some people don't care that much about, but it's still exciting. We have to, I don't know, it's exciting. Worlds is next week. I'm testing a lot for it, and that's what I'm really, really focusing on. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, we're playing against LM Ketchup, playing a Water and a Colors deck, which, you know, Water is bad because we're playing an all-Fire deck. It could be Greninja, it could be a Water Toolbox. Either way, I'm not excited, and we are going first, which is great. Gives us the opportunity to maybe set up some. But if it's Water Toolbox, man, they can like get a turn 1 attack pretty easily with max elixirs. Alright, so there's an Ultra Ball. We can discard 2 Fire Energies, get a Hoopa, use Scoundrelling, maybe Acro Bike. We have a lot of resources in our hand, which is really good. So press it done. And let's see, what is our plan? What is Ketchup playing for us? Okay, so let's see. There is a Glaceon, alright? So we're going to Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. And let's hope the Hoopa's not prized. There we go. So there's a Hoopa-EX. We'll grab that. We will Scoundrelling. We'll search for 3 EX Pokemon, and with this, we will get Volcanion, and a Shaymin. Okay. So there's 3 guys coming in our hand. 1, 2, 3. We'll put down Volcanion. And we will Shaymin set up for 3 new cards. Alright, let's see. What do we get off Shaymin for 3? Don't let me down, buddy. Okay, Flareon, Blacksmith. 2 Fire Energies, so we can't get a turn on Blacksmith. We'll Acro Bike. We'll grab a VS Seeker? Sure. Yeah, we'll grab VS Seeker. No, we already played VS Seekers in our hand. Oh, man, I didn't mean to grab. So Blacksmith, that was probably my fault. Put 2 fires in this guy. And put 2 there. Okay, so we got the turn 1 double fire. We'll put down this guy. And we'll end our turn. Yep, so turn 1, we filled our bench up. Now let's see what our opponent does. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. But next turn we can put down like a Fire Energy. We could double Steam Up maybe if we want to. Do plus 60, which is 170. Knock out this guy. Alright. We just need 3 energies. And yeah, 3 energies next turn. We have the knockout. Alright, so let's see what does our opponent do. What does Ketchup have? Now, obviously, they're playing some kind of water toolbox deck, which, like I said, is a bad matchup for us because they're hitting for weakness. Lysandre, gonna bring up the Volcanion-EX, which we do play Float Stones. Okay, so hopefully we can find one of the Float Stones. Let's see, does Ketchup have anything else or not? Why did you go to the active? Do they have Ultra Ball? Do they have something else? Nope, just a pass, and we'll do our turn. Alright, so there is a Flareon-EX. Someone Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2, and I'm just going to look and see what's in our deck. What's all in there? I'm going to grab a Shaymin. I am going to discard it, and let's see. There's 2 Float Stones. Okay, so we need 1 of the 2. Okay, we need a bunch of stuff, like, realistically speaking. We need a bunch of stuff. So we'll grab a Shaymin. We'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Let's see, what do we get? Alright, there's an Acro Bike, double Fire Energy. All we... We're close. Acro Bike, grab the Scorched Earth. Okay. We'll put down Scorched Earth. We will Acro Bike. We'll grab the Float Stone. Okay. Oh, man, we're so close. We'll grab the Float Stone. We'll put that down. We can attach a Fire Energy. And then we don't have enough yet. So we need a Scorched Earth. And off these 2, we need to hit 2 Fire Energies. So Scorched Earth. 1, 2. And oh, we don't have it. But we got a Fighting 3 belts. We can put a Fire Energy in this guy. Retreat into the Flareon-EX. And we could use Blaze Ball. Alright, so we'll do 120 damage. Okay. Alright, so our opponent's turn. Okay. Next turn we could maybe Blacksmith. We could play it in. There's a Rough Seas coming down, which I'm not too concerned about Rough Seas. We can knock out our opponent regardless. Alrighty. Alright, so things looking okay. They're looking okay now. We're playing against a water deck, and we're slowly beating it. There's a Professor Birch. My opponent's going to shuffle their cards in hand. And heads, going to get 7 new cards off this Birch. And let's see, what does our opponent get out? That's the real question. So Dive Ball, going to search for some kind of water Pokemon. Maybe a Toad, maybe a Regice, Manaphy, Articuno, Aurorus. There's a lot of different possibilities. And there's a Gyarados. Okay. Alright, Gyarados is not one of the ones I was thinking of, but whatever. And Gyarados coming out with 180 HP. Alrighty, there's Gyarados. Okay, can we knock out a Mega Gyarados? That's the real question. I have no idea. Okay, see what you're gonna Gyarados. Alrighty. Burst Balloon going into Glaceon. Perfect. Okay. Alright, Professor Sycamore for 2 Water Gs. Alright. So now if we hurt the Glaceon, we can smack for 60. Okay, double Water Energy. But I think we need to load this Flareon to try to knock out the Mega Gyarados. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Trainers Mail. Someone Blacksmith. Put 2 Fire Energies in that guy. 1 to 2. Alright, we'll Trainers Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of our deck. We'll press... No, let's grab a VS Seeker. I know there's Sycamore in discard pile, correct? There is. Alright, so we'll VS Seeker for Sycamore. I still don't know if opponent's not playing Shaymin or not, Slice or not, so grab a Sycamore. And we will Blaze Ball for 150. Or 160 because of Fighting Spell. Okay, so 160. Alright, take the 60 damage. We'll go down to 2 prize cards, 1 and 2. VS Seeker and a Fire Energy. So somehow he knocks out. We can at least maybe power up into Flareon. But hopefully he can't power this up. I think Mega Gyarados needs like 4 or 3 energies. But we'll see. We'll see. We already have 1 energy, so right at 160, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We get for 220 right now if we power both. If we use both Volcanions. And there's a Stormy Seas. So I guess the opponent must think he's safe. So right now we're doing 160, right? So Stormy Seas going to get Water G out. And to our turn. We get an Energy Retrieval, so I'm going to, let's see, we have a bunch of stuff we can do right now. I'm going to Energy Retrieval, put a Fire Energy in your hand. I'm going to Steam Up, put a Fire Energy in this discard pile. I'm going to Steam Up again, put another Fire Energy in this discard pile. Alright, and we will VS Seeker for a Blacksmith, and this is going to do a ton of damage. So let's Blacksmith. Put 2 fire energies in this guy, and let's use Blaze Ball. I think it's going to do 250 if I remember correctly. So 7 energies, Blaze Ball, go to knockout for 260. Oh yeah, I forgot about Fighting Spell. So 260 with Flareon-EX, which is pretty funny. But we'll see one more game here in a second. That one wasn't very exciting. My opponent kind of just didn't really do anything. But you kind of see how Volcanion and Flareon-EX kind of go together with each other. We didn't get that turn 1, the turn 2 knockout like a 1-2, but still a really cool. Especially did 260 with Flareon-EX with 7. Like we had 7 energies. And we double Volcanion. If we had a third one, man, we would do 290. That would be crazy. But we'll see what happens in the next game. Hopefully it's another exciting victory with Volcanion and Flareon-EX. Alright, putting against La Friday, playing a grass, colorless grass, and a psychic deck. Like calling a coin flip. So it might be a Sceptile deck, which and it's going to be great for us. We lost coin flip, so we go second, but can we get that turn one attack off? That's the big question. Let's see what Left Friday has for us, and our opponent is going to go first, which doesn't surprise me at all. Alright, so we get Flareon. We have a pretty good hand. We got Flareon, Volcanion, Ultra Ball, discard these two, Scorched Earth, and a Trainers Mail. Spin down there the Volcanion. That's great. We'll press done. And let's see what's going to happen. There is a Yanmega. So it looks like could be a Yanmega Valpum deck. Now, if that's the case, we're actually be in a bad situation. There's a Hoopa coming down. Going to use Scoundering, search for 3 EX Pokemon. Alright. And let's see what they decide to get down. That's the big question. What are we playing against? Alright, so it's Adino, and a Shaymin. Okay, alright. Adino hit the field. Another Shaymin. I think they misclicked. I don't think they meant to put down the Shaymin. I'd imagine they meant to put down the Shaymin. Alright, it's another Adino coming down. Okay. A Scorched Earth. Okay. Alright. Another Adino coming down. Okay. Sycamore. What are we playing against? Alright, so they have Yanmega Break, Fire Energies. Okay. What does Left Friday have for us? That's the real question. I'm not sure. It has Adino. What does Adino do? Drain Slap, 20, heal 20, do the wave 60 and timber damage for each. This tag does timber. Okay, alright. So I guess we'll Ultra Ball, discard Ranger and the Scorched Earth. They already have a Scorched Earth out, so we can't put one down. So we'll grab a Hoopa. And with Hoopa, we'll use Scoundering, search for 3 EX Pokemon. Yes. And we will grab Shaymin, Volcanion, and a Flareon-EX. Okay, so we'll put those 3 cards in our hand. Okay, so put down Volcanion. We'll put down Flareon. We'll train as well, number 1. We will grab a no, we won't grab Scorched Earth, because they might be playing like another stadium. So we need to save those. We'll grab a Float Stone. Okay. We'll Float Stone one of the Volcanions, and we'll Shaymin set up for 5 new cards. Can we hit 3 Fire Energies? 2 would be great. I don't know. Okay, or none. That could be great as well. So we will Scorched Earth, discard Fire Energy, draw 2 new cards. Alright. We can Ultra Ball to get a Pokemon out. We can Blacksmith, but then we'll be 1 short, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any more bench spots, but we do. Okay. How do we do this? I think the best play is just to attach for the turn, fighting for real, and just pass. Yeah, because next time we get Energy Retrieval, put the Fire Energy in our hand, discard it with Scorched Earth, draw some new cards, maybe put it back in our hand, use Blacksmith or something. I don't know. It's definitely weird situation right now. But next time we can maybe get attack off. All we need is a fire. We need to get 2 Fire Energies. I guess maybe we can play Letter so we can search for them. But we didn't. I don't know what would cut for the Letter. But let's see what. I mean, I still don't know what our opponent's playing either. I mean, our opponent knows what we're playing. It's pretty obvious. So what we're playing. It's a fire attack. Now we gotta find a way to pick up this Hoopa with like the AZ. Once that happens, we can save another spot for Volcanion and do plus 90 if needed. It might not be, but there's an Adino Spear Link on that guy. Okay. There's the Yanmega coming down. Okay. There's a Mega Adino coming down the field, which does Magical Symphony 110. If you play a supporter card during your hand this turn, this attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay. Mega Turbo, put in Fire Energy this guy. So he has 220. Assault Boom for 120. Alright, fancy. Okay, so in our turn, what do we get? There's an Acro Bike, so we'll play that. We'll grab a VS Seeker. We will Energy Retrieval, grab a Fire Energy. We will Scorched Earth, discard the Fire Energy, draw 2 new cards. We need a Fire Energy. And there we go. Okay, we got double Fire Energy, which is great. Alright, so we'll Ultra Ball. Let's see. So this guy can hit us next turn for 110, which should be a knockout. Yes, that is very unfortunate. See how we'll Ultra Ball. Discard 2 fires. We'll grab a Volcanion-EX for next turn. Alright. We will Blacksmith, put 2 fire energies in this guy. And we will Blaze Ball for the knockout. Okay. Wait, have we attached per turn? I don't think we have, but I think we need to keep the Energy Retrieval. So we'll Blaze Ball for the knockout. Do 120, sorry. We'll go down to 5 price cards. Okay. There's an N. Okay. And here comes Mega Adino. Now let's see, this guy does Does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon? So Mega Dino coming up. Does he have a DC? That's the main question. And can we do 220? Sure, why not? Ultra Ball, going to discard 2 cards from their hand. Discarding a Eevee and a Yanmega. I don't. A Talonflame and okay. Alright, so Shaymin coming down. Going to set up for 4 new cards. I imagine digging for an N. Like, that's what I think they'd be digging for. I could be crazy. Oh, man, this is a weird thing we're playing against right now. I'm not going to lie to you. So Yanmega, and a Yanmega break, okay? Alright. Shaymin coming down. Going to set up for 5 new cards. And can they find a supporter card? Most likely an N is what I think they're looking for. Okay. Or maybe they're looking for a Force of Giant players. They might play that. I'm not saying they are, but they could. That's definitely a possibility. There's a Lysandre. Going to bring up the Volcanion-EX. Okay. Force of Giant Plants coming down. Now, this is interesting. So they're opting not to, wait, hold on. Yeah, they're not taking a knockout this turn. Alright, so pass into our turn, we get a Fire Energy. Okay. Huh. Alright. Alright. And they got rid of our cards. Okay, cool. So we'll put a Fire Energy on this guy. Let's put a Fire Energy on. Wait, how many? Okay, we have 1 Fire Energy. So I'm going to Energy Retrieval. For that, I'm going to Steam Up, discard a Fire Energy. Steam Up, discard the Fire Energy. And I'm going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards, looking for a Float Stone and a Fire Energy, okay? So we get Acro Bike with the top 2 cards of our deck. We'll grab the Trainers Mail. We'll need a Float Stone. I don't know if there's one in the deck or not, so we'll Trainers Mail. I guess we'll grab the Scorched Earth. Alright. We'll play the Scorched Earth, discard a Fire Energy, draw 2 new cards. We're still looking for a Float Stone, so let's see what do we get off. 1 to 2, and no, we don't have it. Okay, so I'm going to Fire Energy. Now I kind of regret not getting that, man, not getting the AZ. Alright, so we're going to put a Fire Energy in this guy. We will Flash Fire, move Fire Energy here onto the other Flareon. And we will just end our turn on turn opponent. Okay, yep, that seems fair enough. Okay, so our opponent's going to draw a card. Man, if we... I think we... Well, let's see. We would have had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Maybe not? Yeah, I don't think we would have had a knockout. I don't know what I was thinking about. So 5, 6, 140, 150, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we would have taken a knockout. So we're going to Blacksmith to put 2 more Fire Energy in this guy. 1 and 2. Okay. We will Flash Fire, move Fire Energy to this guy. Oh, wait, hold on, no. I didn't mean to do that. Please don't do that. Hold on, how do I cancel this? Oh, I messed up. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do the other way. That was just me being silly. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so move. Yep, that was a mistake. All right, so end our turn. Onto our opponent's turn. Let's Ultra Ball, discard Ultra Ball, and Scorched Earth. Okay. Is there another Float Stone on deck? That's my question right now. There is another Float Stone. That's great. So we'll grab the Flareon. We'll end our turn. Okay. Alright, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, we're still not taking a knockout. We discarded the Volcanion-EX as well. I was trying to be aggressive, which probably just misplay. I still don't know what LaFriday's playing, but we're going to try. We're going to try to knock out this Mega Dino 1 hit. So via Seeker, for Sycamore, going to discard the hand, draw 7 cards. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay, alright, so 4, 5, 6, okay, there's a DCE, so we'll see a Magical Symphony do 110 and 50 to somebody, okay. Alright, okay, so Magical Symphony, 110 and 50 probably to this guy, I imagine, as well, we'll see. 50, okay, there it is, alright, so 50 on that guy, so next turn he can take 4 prize cards, so on our turn, we'll get a Fire Energy, alright. So we will Flash Fire, move a Fire Energy from this guy to this guy. So let's see, we're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we will need another Fire Energy. And we will Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty. So there's a Fighting Belt. Oh, we don't have it yet. Okay. Alright. So we're to Trainers Mail. We have to be very careful. We're so close to decking out. Alright, we can do that for 3. Have 3 cards left. Then train, okay. So we're to Trainers Mail and try to hit the Float Stone off this. And we didn't hit it. Oh my goodness. Alright, so grab an AZ. Grab a Lysandre, sure. Alright. We go Scorched Earth. Discard a Fire to Dream for 2 cards. And we don't hit it. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now we're in trouble. We are in trouble. We missed the Float Stone. We missed the Float Stone. Okay, so we're to end our turn, onto our opponent's turn. Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Alright, so we're going to take 4 prize cards next turn. How can we knock out this Mega Audino next turn? That's my question. This Flareon-EX might just have to go crazy. There's a DC on that guy. Scorched Earth, discard 2 Fire Energies, drawn. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness, we whipped the Float Stone. Okay. Alright, alright. Now, the question is, okay, there's a judge. Both of us are going to have 4 prize, or go down to 4 cards, okay? Alright, alright. Alrighty, so 4 cards for both of us. Okay, alright. Mega Audino, okay, Spearlink on that guy, okay. Super Scoop Up. Tails, okay. Alright, so, we still can't knock out this Audino next turn, which is the scary part. If we Blacksmith 2 fighters in this guy, that's 8, that's 160, plus a 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need a Fire Energy off this. Okay, so send a Volcanion-EX. We need a Fire Energy. So in our turn, what do we get? There's an Energy, so that's good. We'll grab the Energy. We'll put 2 in our hand. We will Fire Energy this guy. Fighting Free Belt. So let's see. 1. Yeah, we have to VS Seeker for a Blacksmith right now. So grab Blacksmith. We'll put 2 Fire Energies on Flareon-EX. This Flareon-EX is definitely going to be like, it has to go all the way. Oh wait, hold on. I don't think we have enough now. Do we have enough? I don't even know. So 160, 210, 220. Yes, that's enough for a knockout. So we'll retreat into the Flareon-EX. All right. We'll Blaze Ball for the knockout. Okay, there we go. 220. All right. So go down to 3 prize cards. 1 and 2. All right. There's a Shaymin and a VS Seeker. Okay. And now we can knock out his Mega Audino. So here comes Audino-EX onto our opponent's turn. Okay. Next turn we might have to end him. If they have a Fire Energy, a Lysandre, Mega Audino, we can lose the game right now because they can Lysandre Shaymin. Alright, so an Ultra Ball. Go discard 2 cards from their hand. Discarding a Fire and a Lucky Helmet. Okay. There's a Mega Audino. So they got the Mega Audino. The question is, do they have a Fire Energy and a Lysandre? Okay. So Mega Audino coming down. Fire Energy, discard 2 cards. Okay. There's Audino Spearlink on that guy. Alright. A Super Scoop Up, trying to pick up a Shaymin. Tails. That's good. That's what we want to see. Fire Energy, and they will use the... Okay, Judge. Alright. Alright, okay. Alright. We can do this. Okay. So, my opponent's going to do 110. Okay, alright. So, they can do 50 damage anywhere. Alright, Shaymin. That's fine. Alright. So, on our turn, we get a Fire Energy. So, I'm going to put a Fire Energy on this guy. I am going to Float Stone Hoopa. And I'm going to VS Seeker for it in. Yeah. We'll shuffle in. We have 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, we're not going to deck out. We'll end our opponent down to 2. Alright. So, let's see. We're going to take a knockout Blaze Ball. But Flareon-EX is going to do a ton of damage. That's the thing. He's going to do a ton of damage. Doing 240. Okay. We'll go down to 1 prize card. And what does our opponent have? There's a Acro Bike and a Fire Energy. And let's see, can they find? They need a Mega Audino, a Lysandre. No, they have a lot of ways to win this turn. Do not get me wrong. If they have a Mega Audino DCE Energy, they can take a knockout. If they can somehow get a Yon Mega out, they play like a second force to Giant Plants. They can get that out. Mimic their hand down to 4, take a knockout that way. There's a lot of different things they can do right now. So let's see what happens. We put our opponent down to 2. Who are they going to send up? That's the big question. I probably made some crucial misplays this game. I know people are probably going to be like, Squeaky, you could have done this and blah, blah, blah. But man, I didn't know what we're playing against. Alright. So Lucky Helmet, Force the Giant Plants, 6 Fire, 2 DCE, 2 Mega Turbos, 2 Sycamores, 1 Lysandre, 2 VS Seekers, okay. And does my opponent have anything or not? He might just be in a bad situation. Okay, here comes Hoopa. I don't care about Hoopa, really. That's one of the cards I at least care about. There's a Lysandre but no energy. We can put a Fire Energy, retreat Shaymin if we need to. How many VS Seekers have we played? We have played 3 VS Seekers. Our AZ's still in the deck, so if he somehow Lysandre's up, we can Scorched Earth, Acro Bike, and it'll be okay. To get the AZ, what does Lafrade have for us? This is probably the weirdest match I've ever played against. But we were down, and we're making a comeback. I think we're down like 5. Yeah, 5 to 2 price cards, and we're making a comeback. Does he have anything or not? I don't even know what we're playing against, but hey, we're counting it today. Alright, so let's see. Does Lafrade have anything or not? And just to pass on to our turn. Alright, summon Scorched Earth, discard a Fire Energy, draw 2 new cards. Acro Bike. Gonna grab a VS Seeker. We will VS Seeker. Or a Blacksmith. Put 2 Fire Energies onto the active. It might seem like I guess my. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I misplayed. We could have maybe put more energies in the field. But we'll put a Fire Energy in that guy. We will Volcanion-EX. We'll discard a Fire Energy. I guess he must not be here. My opponent must be MIA, away from his computer, whatever. But we'll Blaze Ball. How much are we doing? 310 damage. We could have done 340 if we. No, 330. But there we go. There's the Flareon Volcanion-EX deck. I thought we were going to lose, but looks like my opponent had a bad hand of 3. They might have been really upset. Maybe they had to win the following turn or something. I'm not sure. But there you go, guys. There is a Flareon Volcanion-EX. I'm still not sure what just happened or what we even played against. And we can't even see our opponent's deck. It was a Mega Dino, Young Mega Break, something deck. I don't even know. But thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. I know we beat a water deck. That was a bad matchup. Like, we knocked out a Mega Gyarados. And this one, we knocked out a Mega Dino. We played against 2 Mega decks. And we still did it. I know this one was a little bit more shakier. It was a little, I think I did the math wrong sometimes. But there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Monday. Alrighty. Bye. Alright, guys. I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.